Hey there everyone, Luke here, and yeah, it does seem like that childhood and mini arc was exactly that, a mini arc, which I am a little bit disappointed. Like, I thought it was just, I thought we were just going to be like, okay, but it was going to be like how Day of Disaster was structured, where it just had the string of like part one, part two, part three. I thought it was going to be for childhood end, because considering like it's the end of Nico's childhood before she goes back to being her regular size. You figured like, okay, they would milk this for as much as it was, but no, it was only two chapters. But hey, we got Nico's confession to Mori. He's going to tell her how he truly feels when she gets back. But for now, let's move on to chapter 214, titled "A Bachelor Pad Smells of Trouble," which, with a tale like that, you can tell exactly what's going to go down here. So we pick up with Nico saying to them, well, I'm going to see you guys later. And so a knife round Nico begins, which is probably, like I said, probably the first time Nico's been out of the house for an extended period of time when it's just like the guys in the house. So it's like no Nico, no Ban, not even any Nemu or Chom, like just the guys, and everyone is like feeling like, okay, there is something off here. We can all feel it. We all know exactly what's going on. Like, even though they're trying to deny, like, oh no, nothing's going on. Like, thanks for the food and everything. Like, they can tell, like, yeah, there's a key thing missing from the actual structure of the family, and it is Nico, because they've all been like in this family setting for well over 200 chapters now for all of them, so they're kind of like used to each other, know each other's quirks, know what ticks each other off and everything. They essentially became a family, and to have one of those family units being taken away, like, yeah, it's one of those strange things that everybody goes through. Like, you go so long with it being like, okay, there are a certain number of you, and then you just remove one of them, and it's like the dynamic just shifts completely. I know that because as a lot of people know from previously in the year, my father passed away at the beginning of the year, and the dynamic in the house is like really shifted. Like, you can tell, like, yeah, something is missing here, and I do miss my dad hugely. He did a lot for our family, and yeah, just not having him here, just it's taken some time to get used to. And I feel like something similar is going to happen here with Nico not being in the house for an extended period of time, and they can't say this is too loud, and they can't say that this is too loud or anything like that. But Murray's been nice to cook for them. But the quality of the food around here has gone downhill, and it's discrimination. And it's discrimination's way. Like, they're all trying to decide, like, okay, what is going on? What is going on here with everything that's happening here? Like, why is Murray? Why has he lost his quality of food and everything? As soon as Nico's not here, he's all his enthusiasm went right along with her. So like, Nico was the one like keeping Murray's morale going, and now that she's gone, Murray's morale is just like gone completely downhill. So they continue on as the guys continue to discuss Maury's situation of, oh yeah, I know after he bragged about doing all the cooking just because he enjoyed it and he likes eating what he makes. In the end, he did it only to hear Nico be like, Maury, this is so yummy. Like, he wanted to get that, like, oh, that pride of like, oh, I did something good. My cooking was very good, all top notch. And now that Nico's not there to praise it, all they can be like is like, oh, thanks for the food. They can't give the same enthusiasm that Nico was able to give to Mori. As Mirio continues on and says, I'm sure he didn't realise that himself either. No wonder the moment she's gone, so does he decide to cook, and he's decided to do anything essentially, because all he's been doing at the moment, as they describe, is like he's sitting down just being like, not giving a care in the world. Even sitting at home and walking to school, it's like where has Maury's brain gone? It's like as soon as Nico goes, his brain goes as well, because obviously he's lost at this moment in time his purpose for being grounded. Even though it was a bit harsh last chapter, his purpose to him is like, I've got to protect Nico, and now that she's gone, like, what does he even do now? Like, who is he as a person? All the laundry keeps piling up, and this is the first time they've ever seen much of Murray's laundry laying there undone, and basically all the house is becoming a tip as well, and he's turning into a mess. And even though they could really do it themselves, they've always been relying on Murray to just do anything. And it just goes to show that without Murray in the series, these guys in this house would just be like out of the picture in like the first 5 or 6 chapters of the series. But Mirio continues on and says Morihito is wrestling with some really big decisions right now. He's going to answer Nico what kind of life he wants to live. I want him to have this moment to give much as thought as he needed. So again, trying to show like, okay, yeah, because he's got a lot on his mind as well because of like Nico's confession, and now him thinking like, what do I do about it? How do I respond to Nico? What kind of life do I want? Do I want to keep protecting Nico as a bodyguard, or do I want to protect her as a loving partner? So yeah, it is nice that Mirio's actually bringing up this fact, like, yeah, he's got all this going on in his mind. Maybe we should like lay off him a little bit for slacking on basic housework, and this is where like, so I say we ought to pick up the slack and do the house chores ourselves, and they're like, yeah, let's do it, right thing, this is gonna get so busy around here. And several days later, they're really not doing anything, and it gets to a point right now where I'm thinking like, okay, what are they doing? But then as they go on in the chapter, it does make sense why they do what they do in this chapter. So as they start around eating some lunch, Khan's being like, so good are the flavours of soy sauce. I've had a lot of ramen flavours, but this one's the best by a mile. And he's like over to Keigo, like, you grabbed a mini bento box for lunch again, Keigo? And Keigo just says, yeah, I gotta pay attention to nutrition, you know. Japanese mini markets have good healthy choices, and they've noticed that Murray's back in the kitchen again, and you've got to admire his dedication. He really loves cooking, but that's besides the point. Amongst all of this, Khan and Keigo are basically in nothing but their boxers, and even Mirio is like, guys, seriously, do you see how bad we've gone here? Even though they're trying to enjoy the food, Miria's like the one like, do you see like what I'm seeing right now? What are you guys even up to? I try not to say anything, but I can't take this anymore. You three are just being totally, utterly, slobs here. And Murray's like, wait, seriously, slobs? Are we? Because it's not a bad thing if we lay back like this. Mirio is like, guys, wake up! You do realise that tonight it's Christmas Eve, right? Oh, so yeah, I forgot. Like, this is a Christmas chapter, long before we've got Christmas as well. Why isn't this later on in the year? Like, seriously, why isn't this later on in the year? This would have been great. You could have just had so much fun with Christmas gags here, but no, we have to bring it forward before Halloween. Can you believe it? We're having a Christmas chapter before Halloween, and we're having it in the summer as well. A Christmas chapter in the summer. Wrap your head around that, guys. But yeah, basically Mirio's continuing his process. Everybody's eating mini market food. Nobody's cleaning up. Empty tea and soda bottles multiply by the day. Are you making a tower of trash? Are you just letting it pile up until we can't move about here? And yeah, Mirio brings up the fact like, that's not even the worst part of it. Yeah, you may be living a bachelor's life now, but seriously, guys, why are you two just in your boxers? And Khan's there like, oh well, you know, because I'm out of clean clothes. Like, I think I speak for Mirio here when you say, go and get some clean clothes then, Khan. You can't be walking around in your boxers like, oh, what if someone comes in and see? But this is where the comeback is for it. Maury says, well, what's wrong with it? It's not like anyone is looking or anything. And Khan replies to that saying, yeah, you can let it all hang out and nobody here is gonna care. I mean, the four of us are like brothers, which, yeah, technically they are, but no, the real reason is that they don't have the presence of the girls. That is literally the only reason why they're doing this. Like, right, no girls, only guys in the house. Let's get into our boxers, guys, and just have a party, just laze around, do absolutely nothing. Like, I think like Ban like really rubbed off on them in this moment. Like, seriously, she legitimately rubbed off on everyone in this moment. Like, right, we're gonna be lazy, we're gonna lounge around, do absolutely nothing. As the captions go, oh, there are lost cause. Mojito has completely ceased to function, and with the house's main player of support's gone, things went downhill rapidly. It's like Nico being the pillar of support, and now that she's gone, like, yeah, everybody's gone down. It's not just that they're missing something crucial, which is all the presence of girls. Even if they didn't rely on them as girls, having Ban and Nico here, like, basically just like kept them on the straight and now preventing them from doing stuff like that. Even though half the time Ban would be doing something like what they're doing in this chapter. So Mirio concludes, like, okay, because the girls are out of the house, like, everyone's turned into basically a cheap dorm roommate. So I have to do something to bring some fresh air into this house. Before we flash back to when Ibuki came to collect Nico, and she thanks them for everything that they've done for her, being so much help to Nico. She gives them a little present, which is aroma oils. And as Keigo is protesting this, like, nobody's asking, no. Keigo's not the one protesting for it. I think it's like Khan protesting for it, and then Keigo says, yeah, actually I use aroma oils a lot, so I'll gladly take them. As Ibuki says, oh, this is normal aroma oils, they're witch made, and use them, they'll provide exactly the effect on the bottle. Try diffusing one. You want a little change of pace. So yeah, Muri is thinking about this as he's like, oh, this is exactly what I need. He's probably like thinking in his mind right now, oh, thank you, Ibuki. Thank you for giving me this idea and everything. It's exactly what I need. If there ever was a time to change things up, like to get these guys out of their lazy streak and actually get them tidying up this house, this would be the right time to use it. As he goes for the hyper oil, which we don't see what the effect is. What the effect is on the bottle. It just says hyper essential oil 10 milliliters. So as he starts pouring it into the drinks, everyone just like goes like complete, like they are on a super sugar. I guess that's what I meant by hyper. Like, they're getting really hyper. They're like, whoa! We've just seen enlightenment here. Like nobody else before, transcendental. And Mirio was just like, wait, why are you all suddenly doing a sunshine Isakio impression? Like, that word I cannot pronounce. That's on page 11 in the top corner. If somebody can pronounce that and find out for me what it actually means, that'll be great. But yeah, they continue on by saying just us guys living together is the best. And Kay was just saying, like, I wish I could live like this forever, but it feels like more like Wolf would be coming out. It would be coming out in this situation, as Mira's like, okay, this is going in the wrong direction here. And yeah, Mori takes this to mean that he's implying like, oh, Nico would never come back home. But as he's saying this is where they're all starting like getting at each other's throats here. Are you happy that Nico's gone? So I guess he was like getting on Keigo's nerves, like, I wish I could live this like this forever. Are you saying you don't want Nico back in the house? No, I'm not saying that. Oh, you want to start trying to fight something? As Miria says, like, oh, they're too hyper. All that energy is triggering a fight. This is why I hate being stuck around all guys. yeah, I can't really say I blame him for this because being stuck around for those petty arguments can be a little bit tiring on certain people, myself included. Sometimes those petty arguments are like, I'm just gonna go and get out of here. But I digress. He continues on by saying, maybe I can use an oil to calm things down. So he goes for the friendship oil. Oh my god, you can tell exactly what the friendship oil would do. And sure enough, the friendship oil does exactly what it says on the tin. Makes them into the best of buddies, but saying stuff that's like really like on the like, oh my god, I can't believe this said that level. With Maria says like, we're the best buds, the bestest buds, and Khan and Keigo say, oh, you guys really important to me for real. This is why you guys are so important to me. Like, yeah, no, just no. Let's just move forward. So yeah, Murio says like, oh, the different oils aren't changing the in the place. They're basically blended together at this point. The hyper plus friendship oils have themselves acting like those nice delinquent types who are overprotective for their friends. As we see them again, like, oh, best buds and everything. Yeah, come here, bud. Oh, punch, bro fist, and now the bumping shoulders, and eventually turning into elementary school kids now with just the tickling that's happening. Like, oh my god, like, it's funny, but at the same time, if I was Mew in this situation, I'd be like, oh my god, why am I even friends with these people? So now he's just like, okay, hyper oil didn't work, friendship oil didn't work. Let's try adult oil. Maybe that will help. And it's like, no, because you know exactly what's gonna happen here. And sure enough, Muriel starts to breathe this in as we have Momo coming in. Like, finally, they're getting like some semblance of like a actual adult in this house. Like, why wasn't Momo here like all this time? Like, Nico's gone, Ban's gone. Like, they got no one else to go. Why didn't Momo just be like, okay, I'm moving in for a month so that you guys can so I can keep you guys in check. But even though she's here now, wishing them Merry Christmas, we see them acting like adult oil. I think you guys get a bit like, they're basically acting like a yaoi fan fiction right about now in this scene. As Momo says, like, why are you all snug together in your underwear? Like, yeah, exactly, Momo. What has gone into them as they say, like, oh, what do you mean like that? We're just being ourselves. Do you think she'd believe us if we said we're just reaffirming our bonds of friendship? As Momo says, I don't know. The atmosphere in here is bordering on the inappropriate. Like, yeah, no one said. Like, wondering how on earth did they get away with this in Shonen Jump? Mind you, Shonen Jump's got away with a lot of stuff in recent years. But yeah, Momo's like seriously questioned. Like, seriously, guys. I'm a female. Why are you guys in your underwear? As Murio says, like, oh, it's not like we're deliberately showing off our physique for each other, right? Looking at Keigo here, like Keigo Murray fanfiction or Keigo Wolf Murray fanfiction. There you go, guys. Your legion of fanfictions await you right now. And yeah, she's like, seriously, why act so unbefriended in such a suggestive way? Like, she doesn't even know about the oils that are going on and everything that's just going crazy in this chapter. So Murio says, like, oh, instead of calling it suggestive, can't you just call it mature? Now that the four of us have lived alone together for a bit, we've grown and learned. And Khan says, yeah, we've basically discovered so many things. Like, say, if you glaze at Mori closely, you'll notice that you have such luscious eyes and long eyelashes. Like, yeah, stop. Like, everything on this one panel is like, please stop this before it gets more out of hand. As Mo says, like, oh, there's definitely something wrong here. I can sense some kind of magic in the air before she's like, wait, Nico's not here, but I can sense magic in the air. Like, I'm surprised she didn't just go straight to Nemu at that point. Like, she didn't just bring up, like, have you guys been having Nemu over here while Nico's been away? Although, that might actually explain that Nemu is with Nico right now, along with Charmy, which, please, let us get the training arc with Nico, Nemu, and Charmy. Please let us get that. That's all I ask. That's all I don't care what you do. Just give us that training arc with the three main witches of the series at this point. But at this point, she basically discovers like, oh, there it is, magical aroma oils. I've had those before too. Like, just the way that's worded, like, that's a bit of a tongue twister. It's on page 16. I've gotten those before too. Like, it was just a bit of a tongue twister before. But this is where she's like, oh, what kind of oils have you used to turn out like this? I'm stopping this right now. So like, Moa is like taking control and saying, like, I'm just stopping this right now. And everyone is just ignoring her as she's reaching over to try and grab the bowls, but by doing so, I do believe she like trips over Card as Murio's giving him a back massage, causing all the files to break and all the bottles to smash everywhere. Now the exciting, dark, and crazy and carnival aroma. Like, why would Ibuki bring excited, dark, crazy, and carnival? Like, why a carnival aroma oil? Like, what is the purpose of a carnival aroma oil in Ibuki? What is the purpose of a carnival aroma oil in Ibuki? Like, carnival. Just, carnival is such a hard word to say sometimes, but seriously, what is the point of that being an oil Ibuki? But yeah, blending with the rest. I guess that's where Nico gets it from. She gets like the crazy ideas of spells from her mother. So yeah, all the spells are like dark, excited, dark, crazy, carnival. All those aromas get mixed together, and sure enough, Ryan Q, everyone starts turning evil, exciting, crazy, and turning into a carnival. So we have dark and crazy, I do believe, is Karn, Keigo, and Mirio. Exciting is Moro, and carnival is Murray, as it just turns into okay. I don't know much about Beastars, but I do know that one of the characters is called Lewis, who was basically a reindeer. So I guess Murray has turned into Lewis from Beastars. I guess so. But yeah, everything starts going crazy as neighbors start to realize, like, okay, something is actually going on in there. We need to figure out what it is. It looks sketchy as hell. So yeah, neighbors start calling the police, and yeah, with the rest of the riches gone, the Otagi house spent their Christmas being suspected of holding a witch's Sabbath. So I love the fact that once the witches are gone, they're suspected of doing witchcraft. I just love that. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, all this time, Nico, Bad, Charmy, and Nemo have been in the cells. Like, nobody suspected, like, no, witchcraft is going on. But the second they leave, like, witchcraft in that. And I have so much that they're going to call the cops. But yeah, Murray has to explain, no, I'm just aromatherapy. Yeah, I don't think that's going to fly, but that's when the chapter ends. So, really, this chapter was more like a bridge chapter between, okay, Nico's gone, and hopefully we're going to get to her trade out. But again, it was nice to see the guys interacting, like, okay, Nico's gone, how is this going to affect the dynamic of everyone? And we got, like, perfect classic Witch Watch craziness. Now, again, like I said, the question is now, are we going to get into the training arc with Nico, Nemu, and Charmy? That's all I asked for, but it's all I can wish for at this point, because I have no idea where we're going from here. Like, are we going to have another chapter with the Murray household, or are we going to cut to Nico and find out what she's going on with? That's just something we're going to have to wait and see. But anyway, guys, what did you think of this chapter? Let me know. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And this will be Lasherluke signing off. Later, guys.